All right, friends, we're on Chapter 5 of Shurley Grammar. We're going to be classifying sentences that include coordinating conjunctions and compound parts. We're going to be adding that to our question and answer flow. It's really important that you remember to go in the order that I've taught you for classifying. If you try to skip that and just start labeling, I'm afraid you're going to have some problems down the road. So in order to avoid that, just go with the flow of the question and answer flow. All right. Remember your coordinating conjunctions. The most common ones are and, but, and or. But there you might also see for or nor or yet. But, and, or are the ones you're going to see the most. All right. So let's see what we have here. All right, our first sentence, let's read it together. Meg and her friend sobbed uncontrollably during the entire movie. Oh my goodness, I wonder what the movie was about. All right, so let's classify this sentence together. First thing we want to look for is prepositions. Do you see any? During. Preposition, during what? Movie. Object of the preposition. What kind, which one, how many? What word describes movie? The entire movie. Adjective. Not just half of the movie, but the whole thing. Entire movie and the article adjective. We're going to put parentheses around the whole prepositional phrase. Do you see any more prepositions? Nope. All right, let's read the sentence without it. Meg and her friend sobbed uncontrollably. Who sobbed uncontrollably? Meg and her friend. So look, we have two subject nouns. These are compound parts, and they are joined by the conjunction and, which is labeled with a C. Now, when we want to mark compound parts, we just put a C in front of the subject noun label. So it's compound subject noun, with a and labeled as a C for conjunction. Okay? All right, so her. Whose friend? Her friend. Possessive, pronoun, adjective. What is being said about Meg and her friend? They sobbed, verb. How did they sob? Uncontrollably, adverb. All right, we've labeled everything, so let's go to the beginning, label our sentence pattern, subject, noun, verb, pattern 1, check. Go to the end of the sentence, exclamation point, strong feeling, exclamatory. Let's go to the verb, sobbed. I'm going to divide the complete subject from the complete predicate, underline the complete subject once, underline the complete predicate twice. And just for fun, I'm going to circle the simple subject once and the simple predicate twice, and the simple predicate once too. All right, so what's our simple subject? Meg and friend, and the simple predicate is sobbed. You don't have to circle them. I just want to show you what they are. Okay, awesome. All right, let's change colors for pen on our pen just for fun. Let's read the next sentence together. Dad and I hiked and camped for 20 miles of the Appalachian Trail. All right, so you see any prepositional phrases? See any prepositions? I see for. For what? Oops. Sorry about that. For what? For miles is our noun. Object of a preposition is a noun job, so that's a noun. How many miles? 20 miles, adjective. Parentheses around for 20 miles. You see any other prepositions? I see one. Of. Did you see it? Of what? Appalachian Trail. Now, Appalachian Trail, again, is one name for something. It's two words, but it's one name. So we're just going to label this whole thing object of a preposition. It kind of goes with both of these things. All right? Article, adjective, the. And we're going to put parentheses around the whole prepositional phrase. Now let's read the sentence without it. Dad and I hiked and camped. Who hiked and camped? Dad, subject noun, and I, subject pronoun, and is a conjunction, see, Now when you have a conjunction, you have compound parts. So you have to come back and put your compounds in front of those. So we've got compound subject noun, conjunction, compound subject pronoun. What is being said about Dad and I? Hiked and camped. We did two things. And again is a conjunction. Label it with a C. And you're going to add a C in front of the verb labels to show that it's a compound verb and a compound verb. Okay? Let's label our sentence pattern, subject, noun, verb. Pattern 1, check. Go to the end of the sentence. Period, statement, declarative. Go to the verb. Now there's two verbs. Which one are we going to draw our line in front of? You're so smart. You're right, the very first one. Hiked and camped. And now we're going to underline the complete subject once, the complete predicate twice. And now we're going to identify our simple subject and our simple predicate. Simple subject is Dad and I, and our simple predicate is hiked and camped. Dad and I hiked and camped. That's our simple sentence. All right, let's go to the next sentence and read that together. The black and white kitten squeezed underneath and hid behind the woodpile. All right, let's look for prepositions first. You see any? Underneath. Let's label that with a P. Underneath what? Uh-oh. Underneath woodpile? There's no object of the preposition here, is there? So when there's no object of a preposition to go with underneath, it's an adverb. So I'm going to get my eraser, and I'm going to erase this. And I am going to label this adverb because there was no object of a preposition to go with it, so it's an adverb. All right, do you see any other prepositions? Behind what? Now here it has an object. Behind what? The woodpile, object of the preposition. Article, adjective, the. Put parentheses around the whole thing. Very good. All right, you see any more? Nope. All right, let's read the sentence without the prepositional phrase. The black and white kitten squeezed underneath and hid. Who squeezed underneath and hid? Kitten. Subject, noun. What is being said about kitten? It squeezed. And did it do anything else? Yes, it hid. And is a conjunction, which means we have compound parts. We have a compound verb hid and a compound verb squeeze. So put your C for compound in front of your verb labels. What kind of kitten do we have here? A white kitten and a black kitten. Same kitten, black and white. So what do you think we should do with black and white? We've got a conjunction. So black and white, you know those are telling what kind of kitten. So you know they're adjectives. And since we have a conjunction, we're going to put a C in front of that to show that they're compound adjectives. And article, adjective, the. That's pretty easy. Let's label our sentence pattern. Subject, noun, verb, pattern 1. Check. Go to the end of the sentence. Period, statement, declarative. Go to the verb. There's two verbs, squeezed and hid. So we're going to put our dividing line before the first verb. Underline your complete subject once. Underline your complete predicate twice. That's all the verb and all the describing words that go with it. And let's identify our simple subject, which is just, that's interesting. Hold on a second, kiddos. All right, sorry about that. I am just learning how to use my pen. I think I pushed a button that I wasn't supposed to push. All right, our simple subject is kitten, and our simple verb, our simple predicate is the verb, which is squeezed and hid. We've got two. That's our simple predicate. Kitten, squeezed, and hid. All right? Okay. Whoa. Well, hello. I don't know what that was. All right. All right, our last sentence. We're almost done. The new potatoes boiled merrily in pots and pans on the hot stove. All right. So you see any prepositional phrases? Prepositions. In, In what? In pots. Is it in anything else? Are these potatoes in anything else? Pans. Ooh, look at this, guys. This is new. And is a conjunction, so it's joining two things. Some compound parts. We've got two objects of a preposition, so let's put a C in front of that and a C in front of this object of a preposition. We have compound object of a preposition, cop. Isn't that amazing? All right, put a parentheses around in pots and pans. Do you see any other prepositions? On, good. On what? Stove. What kind of stove? Hot stove. Adjective. Article, adjective, the. Put your parentheses around that whole thing. Read the sentence without those prepositional phrases. The new potatoes boiled merrily. What boiled merrily? Potatoes, subject, noun. What is being said about potatoes? They boiled. Verb, how did they boil? Merrily. Adverb. What kind of potatoes? New. Adjective. Article, adjective, the. Sentence pattern, subject, noun, verb, pattern 1. Check. Go to the end of the sentence, period, statement, declarative. Go to the verb boiled. Draw your line to divide the complete subject. Underline it once. Complete predicate. Underline it twice. All right, now last step. We're going to identify our simple subject, which is just the subject noun by itself, potatoes, and our simple predicate, which is just the verb by itself, boiled, potatoes boiled. You are amazingly smart, and whoopsie, I'm proud of you. Good job, guys. That's the end. We'll see you with the next chapter, chapter 6.